kitchen whipping pans. Watch. Watch. I be in the kitchen whipping pans. Watch. Watch. We whipping. We whip. With RE in the kitchen, yeah. Whipping. We whip. With RE in the kitchen.
How's everybody doing today? It's Sunday. It's cold. We're about to do some comfort food. So what we're gonna have today are some chicken and dumplings. So I've already, as y'all seen, shredded up the chicken. I roasted the chicken. If y'all wanna know how to roast it, let me know in the comments. I can show you how to do that. But right now, since it's all shredded up, we're gonna go ahead and get started on making the broth. Let's get to that. So I've already got my pan on. What I'm about to do is put a half cup of flour in here. Got that right here. And then after the half a cup of flour in the pan, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding my broth. Now I'm gonna end up adding a total of 6 cups of broth, but right now I'm gonna start with just about a cup. Or that's a little less than a cup, but just to get it started going here. So I just see it start sticking up. And that's what this is just gonna be doing. It's gonna create a thickener for the chicken and dumplings that we're gonna make today. So like I said, it was a half a cup, and I'm gonna end up adding about 6 cups of broth total. This is just 4 cups in this one right here. And of course, just want to stir consistently as I'm going in there. Like I said, it's cold, and something to really stick to your stomach, you know. As you can see, it's starting to mix in pretty well into the flour here. Just got a few more chunks. I'm gonna go ahead and get those out and then come right back with you. See how I hear that keep scraping up against the bottom of this bowl here. All right, so now I got all 6 cups of the broth mixed in there. What I used was the broth from the rotisserie chicken that I baked. I just took the drippings, mixed that up, mixed some water, and whatever I had left over, I mixed water with some bouillon to make the rest of it. So I only had 4 cups total. So I've got that all mixed in there. So now you can see it's all within it. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is add the vegetables to it. I've just got 2½ carrots cut up here and a full onion. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that. So that's all in there. Just gonna mix it up. I'm gonna let this start sitting. It's gonna sit for probably about 20 minutes. And I'm gonna come back and add the rest of the goods to it. I'm gonna also add peas, but I'm gonna wait for that because they're frozen and they're gonna be pretty quick. So probably in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna add some peas to this. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on the dumplings here. So what I've got right now is I've got 3 cups of flour already in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and add the baking powder to it. I'm gonna go ahead and add 4 tablespoons of baking powder. Or sorry, 4 teaspoons. This is gonna be the batter for the dumplings. Got some parsley here. I'm gonna put like a teaspoon and a half, almost 2 teaspoons of parsley in there. I'm gonna go ahead and add just below a teaspoon of salt. Add a little sugar, sweeten it up. I'm just gonna add 1, or almost full. You don't have to add sugar, but I like mine sweet like a biscuit. Then I'm just gonna mix this up. Get it all combined real good. Now I'm gonna add my shortening. So I'm gonna do 6 tablespoons total of the shortening. Alright, so now that I've got the 6 tablespoons in here, what I'm going to do is I'm just about to mix it up, crumble it in, try to basically cutting it into the powder, into the flour mixture. Try to incorporate it as well as possible. It'd be a lot easier with the pastry blender. I've been looking for one of those. I cannot find one anywhere. I went to Walmart. Don't know why they wouldn't have it. They got every other damn thing. So I'm just gonna mix it until it's, or cut it in there. Alright, so it's pretty much in there for the most part. Not really finding any big chunks of it. Just make sure the flour's gotten into it pretty well. Oh, there's one. Just with the shortening throughout it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a cup and a half of milk and just stir it in here. In there. So that's a cup and a half of milk. And that was 3 cups of flour to begin with. A little less than a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of sugar. And then I also had the 4 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm starting to get that dough consistency. So I'm just trying to get this all the dry wet, and then I'll be able to drop these into the pot. Let me go check on that actually, because if it's boiling, then I'm gonna turn it down and put the chicken in. I'm also gonna add the peas now. I'm just using frozen peas. So it is boiling. So I'm just gonna mix that up. It's got a nice thick, like just thick enough to kind of coat everything. I would normally use this full bag, but people in my house act funny about peas, so I'm gonna use about half. A little bit more. Oops! A little bit more went in there. That going. Ooh, looking good, whipping it up. This is what you need on a cold Sunday. And I'm gonna go ahead and add that chicken in. And what I ended up doing was I shredded the breast, and then the whole breast on both sides of the bird, and then one of the legs as well. So that's how much chicken's in there. It was like a 4-pound bird. So now that's in there. Starting to look right. Whew. I'm gonna turn it down. Was on like a 5. I'm gonna bring it to about a 3. I'm also gonna add in some pepper here now. A little garlic. And like I said, the broth was already seasoned, but just to add a little extra here, some onion powder, some of that good old slap your mama. A little spice. Alright. Mix that up. Yeah. Now it's looking right. Y'all know you want some of this. I know my camera woman wants some of this. This was by request. Want some chicken and dumplings. So here we have it. Alright. So I'm gonna let that sit on the 3 for a minute while I come back here, finish mixing up this dough. And I'll be right back. Now I've got the flour all the way combined with the milk, so it's all wet now. And I've got my sauce here. I put my chicken in it, got the peas in it, everything's good to go here. So what I'm gonna do, I did turn it down. I put it back up to a 4, and I also added another 1.5 cups because I made a lot of dumplings because we like to eat, so. All right, so I'm just gonna use this scoop and just drop them in there. Try to get them around a similar size, but we'll see how we go here. But you're just gonna drop them in here, and then once you drop them in the broth, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave it uncovered still for about 10 minutes. And I'm probably gonna lower it now that I just needed the additional broth that I added to catch up to the rest of it all in the pot there, so that they'd cook these dumplings. I'm gonna put a couple more in here. I'm gonna leave it uncovered for about 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna come back in 10 minutes, check on them, and then cover them for about 5-10 minutes, and then they'll be ready. So I'll get right back with you. So the dumplings, they sat for about 10 minutes uncovered, then I put the cover on. They actually sat for about 15 minutes now at this point. So we're gonna go ahead and pop them out, see what they look like. Oof. That's what happens when you crowd the pool. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh. And that is chicken and dumplings. And of course, these are all, you know, crowded, like I said. And of course, you could check on them, but this is right here. Gonna bust one open for you real quick so you can see that. One second. So here we go. Bust it open. You can see that's cooked all the way through. Just right. Y'all gotta make these chicken and dumplings. I'm telling you, on a cold night like tonight, hit them on a Sunday, fill up your insides, get right. We whipping up in the kitchen. Y'all have a good night.